practice is beginning. Just your thoughts on how the team's doing and your thoughts going into this.
Hey, there's a great excitement, not only amongst our players, but I think around campus and around the, Tampa community, and that's good. That's good. We've made progress, and now some new challenges will present themselves to us. And when that happens, you still got to stick to the same principles that have guided you during the first 2 years, and that's controlling what you can control on a daily basis and getting better every single day. And I think our guys have done a really good job of embracing it. We had a great summer, and then 4 weeks of preseason workouts and conditioning. Our guys are ready to go.
How much does it help too? I mean, you have so many returners; they're not laying the groundwork anymore. I mean, how much does that help going into these practices?
It does help quite a bit, and it actually speeds up the process for the two freshmen as well, because they got everybody else around them that knows what's going on. It's easier for them to pick up stuff. And at the same time, we still only have 2 seniors in the program. So it's an interesting mix, but we have experience in terms of how we want to do things, how we want to practice. And then, as we raise the standards, then the guys have to understand that the daily price that they have to pay is raised as well. And there's no discounts in where we want to get to. You got to pay the full price, and our guys understand that. And being a really good practice team is the first step to having a really good team.
Coach, along those lines of having so many returning players, how big is the gap from where this team is right now to where it was at this point a year?
It's a big gap, and we were just talking about it today, after our team workouts and evaluating them not only during the workout but on film and different things. Guys have gotten significantly better, and that's the returners that played a lot of minutes last year as well. So heading into this point last year, we weren't sure exactly where we'd be. We knew we were going to compete. We knew we were going to play really hard. We knew we'd be a physical team, but not sure where that would take us. Now we kind of have an idea. Now again, our standards are raised when you look at our non-conference schedule, who we're playing, the strength of that schedule. Right now, in terms of using the numbers from last year, it's the second most difficult schedule out of anybody in our league. And then you look at us maybe raising a little bit within the league too, in terms of what kind of tier we're in and who we're playing twice and different things like that. It's a much greater challenge all the way around from the start of the season to the end of conference play.
How is Quincy physically going into preseason?
He's been good. It was a smart move to give him that time off in the summer. Now, as we were getting ready to play in Canada, he was able to practice and do some things, but it just, at this point, it wasn't worth the risk. But he's been full go since we came back from the trip and has looked really good. Now, there's still a little bit of rust because you missed 2 or 3 months of workouts, but he did a really good job of staying in great shape, getting in that extra shooting, extra ball handling, stuff he could do. So, yeah, all good with him right now.
You got a good look at other players during that foreign tour. What did you learn about your team on that trip?
Well, I think, again, guys got better, and watching guys' improvement not only within our system, but maybe expanding their games a little bit as well. And again, we played a lot of guys in a lot of different lineups and different things like that. So we got a pretty good feel for where guys are at that particular point. Now the challenge always is, now you build your team. Is the team connected? Is the team playing unselfishly? Which I think our guys have proven time and time that they're willing to do. And we're going to have to be that. When you look, again, as I said about our non-conference schedule, but just our home schedule alone, when you look at who we're playing at home, it's a tremendous home schedule, and that's something that we want to start building this year. We haven't had as much control over the scheduling the first 2 years, and we were in a different place as a program. So now being able to schedule those games, especially in the Yingling Center, is exciting for everybody.
What about some of the new guys? What are you seeing that you like from them?
Well, the new guys are two new guys. I thought Jameer and BJ played well in Canada and had a good summer. BJ has started the process of getting into college shape. Has lost 25 plus pounds since he's been here. Needs to add strength to the weight loss as well, but he's very skilled. Good feet, good hands, and can really shoot the ball. And Jameer played really well in Canada. High-level athlete, maybe our best overall athlete right now. But as a freshman, he's opposite. He needs to gain strength and gain some weight. But both have really good basketball IQ, so they're able to pick stuff up relatively quickly, especially on the offensive end.
When you look at that remarkable growth between years 1 and 2, how do you replicate that? How do you get guys to continue to buy into the idea that you've had success, but now taking it to the next level?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is as you raise the standards and you want more success, are you ready for that next step? And how do you handle some of the adversity as that next step occurs? Because there's going to be it. It's just a fact. That's just a fact of college basketball. And can we have a better team and be more successful and maybe not set the school record for wins? That's quite possibly, especially with not only our non-conference schedule, but who are playing in the league and different things like that. So are we going to continue to grow? We can't lose sight of what has helped build this program to where it's at right now, which is, I think, still in the initial phases, in terms of guys really playing hard, guys really competing, being tough, being unselfish, and continuum development of our players. We can never lose sight of that. But there is no relief. There's a tendency to take a deep breath. Okay, we made it. No, now as I said, the price tag just increases, because whatever we did to get to the point we're at right now, you can't do the same and think you're going to take another step. You got to work a little harder. You got to sacrifice a little more. You got to want it a little more. You got to do things. Again, the choices you make have to match the standards that you're setting, and I think our guys have done a good job of that.
Coach, X came here with a reputation of being a gym rat. Can you talk a little bit about how hard he's working off season?
Yeah, probably our hardest worker during this summer, and our guys recognize that as well. He's really made strides in his game in terms of shooting the ball, getting more comfortable with that. He's grown as a player, and I think he's got a chance to have a really big impact on this year's team, and obviously teams in the future as well. Just one of those guys that on a daily basis, the choices he makes is right in line with what we're all about. Honor roll student, just a guy that understands, where he wants to get to has to be done day by day, and he's done a great job of that. And I'm one of the biggest things I'm most proud of him is he didn't shoot the ball that well in Canada, and so some guys will get down because of this time that he put in. That's just part of the process, and he's come back and worked even harder. So I'm really pleased with where he's at right now and the growth that he's shown over the past year.
You were part of a program that year in and year out had to deal with high expectations. What did you learn from that about dealing with expectations?
I think one of the biggest things is you got to embrace that. It's part of the process. It's a lot better than having people think you stink. You know what I mean? But with that comes a whole new set of issues that our guys, to be honest with you, have never faced as college athletes. So understanding that, embracing that, and knowing that the biggest thing you have to compare yourself to or live up to whose expectations is yourself and the coaching staff. That doesn't mean the other ones aren't important or whatever the case might be, because they are. Because when you have a great program, you have to deal with those expectations. So it is new, but the biggest thing I tell them, don't compare yourself to anybody else except yourself yesterday. Are you better than you were the day before? And if we do that, then things will take care of themselves. The challenge with expectations is when there is adversity that hits. Because, like I said, it's going to. And you got to build yourself up for that, and that's where being connected, that's where putting in the work gives you the strength to kind of get through that and fight through that. Because when you play an 18-game league schedule, you play the non-conference schedule that we're playing, there's going to be some challenges that we have to meet collectively.